Hello, my name is Leah. I am a mom of two. I have a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, and today I'm going to be going over the 10 must-haves for your little one's first year of life. So for my son, I worked for 2 years full-time, and these items really helped me out and helped me survive that first year. Okay, so for my number one must-have item, a hip holster. This thing is amazing. This thing saved my back. You have no idea. It takes the pressure off of you. It also has a carry-free option. And let me tell you, I have tried everything. I have tried so many different carriers. I've tried the ones that you have 27 things that you have to do the figure 8 and they're like $100. I got gifted one of those and my babies hated it. This thing is amazing and it grows with them. It also has pockets, so I can go into a store, have my baby on my hip. It has a pocket for my card, a pocket for my driver's license, my phone. I put the diapers in there. I have everything I need. I have the sippy cup of water, so I cannot recommend this thing enough. In regards to brands, I personally don't think that there's a brand that's better than the others. I think that it's just what works for you or what you need. I have 3 different ones. They were all from Amazon, all less than $35. I got one on sale for $20. It's actually my favorite one. And I try to get neutral colors, but they're just amazing. I just can't say enough things about them. So if you're gonna get one thing or put one thing on your registry as a must-have, get a hip holster. You will not regret it. They should pay me to promote these things because I'm telling you, I go to the zoo, I go to theme parks, I go out shopping, and usually at least one person asks me where I got that, what is it, do I like it? I really should be getting paid for this, I'm telling you. I need to reach out to some brands because they're that amazing and a lot of people don't know about them. So get one. The second item that is a must-have is the Owlet. I love this thing. This gave me such peace of mind. I can't even tell you. I actually have both models. I upgraded it when my daughter was born, and I just can't say enough good stuff about this, especially if you're a worrywart. With my son, it was my first child. I was so nervous and I did not sleep the first week of his life because I was so afraid something was gonna happen to him. This monitors their oxygen level, this monitors their pulse, and it will let you know if there is a problem. It will alert you, it alerts you on the base, and it also alerts you on the app. So amazing peace of mind. Obviously, you don't want to let your guard down. You still want to obviously be vigilant and do what you would normally do. Get the Owlet. It's awesome. And it has bigger socks as well. And it even has an extender that you can buy so you can keep it on for a lot longer. It also tracks their sleep. It's so cool in the morning to kind of wake up, see how much deep sleep they had, what light sleep, how many times they woke up. Love this thing. Love it. So my third item, and it's still in sleep, is the hash machine. I love this thing. I upgraded this for my daughter as well. This is the newer version. It tells the time. It has all these different sounds. You just press the top of the ring and it adjusts to what you have programmed in your phone. And then it's super easy to turn off. And then it has different color lights. It can be adjusted for the actual light. So if you want to just do the light, you can make it brighter, you can make it darker. So much easier when you're breastfeeding at night. You don't have to turn on a light. You can just up this light. It's amazing. So definitely get this thing. It is totally worth the money. And I had both of them gifted to me, and I was so excited. I love this thing. So absolute must, in my opinion, for the first year of life. My next favorite item is the Ubi diaper pail. I love this thing. I've also compared it to the other diaper pails, and hands down, this one is so much better. I have a changing table that's upstairs and downstairs for my kids, and I had the other one downstairs, and I would literally go upstairs to use the Ubi one. So eventually I got rid of the other one. It's just gross. You're sticking your hand through there, you're getting poop on your hand. It's disgusting. You can't use regular bags. So I would always run out of bags, have to wait for Amazon to deliver them. Just a pain in the butt. This diaper pail uses regular bags and it masks the smell. It's super easy to put them in and out. You don't get stuff on your hands. Love this thing. So in my opinion, this is a game changer, and I've used 3 different diaper pails. So 3 different brands. This one was by far my favorite, and I personally think it masks the smell the best. Whew. because we know what the babies are like. Oh my gosh. And on the theme of poop and diapers, my other must-have is a wipe warmer. This is something that when I did my research before having my baby, a lot of people say yes, a lot of people say no, a lot of people said not worth it. I love wipe warmers, and you can definitely tell the difference. Like I said, I had 2 changing tables. I had one without a wipe warmer, one with. And when you're trying to change your baby, especially if they're sleeping, a warm wipe is amazing. So I ended up getting one on Facebook Marketplace that was like $5, and it was brand new for the upstairs one. So I just think it makes changing a lot easier. It also, for some reason, seems to get the poop off better. Maybe it's because they're standing still or sitting still. But it's just a lot easier in my opinion, and I love it. And then also, if they get stuff on their face or something, you can wipe it off, and it's also a little bit easier to do that as well. The next item that in my opinion is a must is a bouncer. I love our bouncer. So since I was working from home, had a ton of different things to keep my children busy. And they were not a big fan of some of the ones that people suggested. They liked the cheap Walmart swing over, the $200 swing, which I got on Facebook Marketplace for like $40 luckily. But it was the bouncer that kept them busy, and it also strengthened their muscles. My kids walked a little bit early as well, so I do think one of the reasons was the bouncer. But it just kept them occupied for so long, and they were able to see me, but do their little bouncy thing, be all happy, and I was able to work. So bouncers, love them. They did not like the saucers, the ones that you just put your feet on. I had 2 of those, did not like them. They were in and out of that for like in 30 seconds. The bouncer kept them occupied for like seriously an hour each time. So I put them in the bouncer for an hour, then we'd go do something else. Then we'd go back to the bouncer. So bouncers, love them. So if you are breastfeeding your children, can you tell I'm breastfeeding? If you're breastfeeding your children, a must-have is my Breast Friend pillow. This thing is amazing. It wraps around you. It also has this little pocket. You can put stuff in it. You can put whatever you want in it. I put snacks and a water bottle for me, but you can go ahead and clip it on, and then it perfectly elevates the baby's head. It's amazing. I would literally be walking around with them sleeping on this while I was breastfeeding and like doing stuff. So it's amazing, and my arm would get so sore from holding them up. This thing does it for you. So my Breast Friend pillow, I love this thing. I had 2 of these as well. I had to get one for my mom's house because it worked so good. So highly recommend, super easy to wash, super comfy for the kids, makes breastfeeding a breeze, love it. And speaking of breastfeeding, if you do breastfeed, I highly recommend an electric pump. So these things are amazing. I was traveling back and forth. I worked 2 days in the office and then worked from home the rest of the days. So I was driving an hour to work, an hour back, and I would literally just stick this thing on and it would be doing its thing and driving around. Once they got full, I'd put them in the cooler, and then I'd put them in the freezer when I got home. So this made it so much easier. It did not need any kind of plugs. It just was just battery. The battery lasted forever, and it had different modes. And I got it on Amazon, and it was so cheap. I got it when it was on sale. It was like, I think it was $39 when I got it. But it lasted me for like 4 years. So highly recommend an electric pump. You do not need one of the expensive ones. I got like a $250 one, and I used it like barely any because this thing was just so much easier. You don't want to be constrained to a plug. It just like feel like the tension of the plug. So I love this one so much better. My next must-have is a Playmat. I personally had the one with the piano, and the kids would play with the toys that dangle, but then also play with the piano, and that would keep them occupied for a really long time, especially like I said, if you're working from home or if you have a lot to do. I would have bouncer and then Playmat, and we'd do something else. And so those were their 2 things, the bouncer and the Playmat, that kept them occupied for the longest time. And my final item is a really good stroller. So I went through a couple different strollers. I personally love the UppaBaby, especially having 2 kids, and it's super easy to maneuver. That was like the only way I could get exercise in with my kids. So I would take 2 walks a day. It was my nature time, it was my me time, and it was super easy. You can push it with one hand. It had, you know, areas at the bottom so I could bring all my stuff. Love it. So invest in a really good stroller. I personally got mine on Facebook Marketplace, and if you've seen them, they are like $1,400. It's crazy. I got a slightly used one for $200. So I love it, so much better than all the other strollers. If you're gonna invest in something, I would definitely invest in a good stroller. Up a Baby stroller, love them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. These 10 items really helped me. So put them on your registry and make sure you subscribe for more videos.